Mr. Bansal, you've appeared before the NGT as an advocate. Do you believe that there is a solution out there, that there is a legal solution? Is this a legal solution, or as is being suggested by the likes of Rajat Sethi, that at the end of the day you're going to have to get citizens involved in changing their ways of looking at Diwali? This is not going to happen through a court order.
See, this is something which needs the long-term as well as the short-term measures. As far as long-terms are concerned, yes, there is a need of a citizens' participation. The sensitization is also needed. But at the time of when it's an emergency mode, right now we are literally in an emergency mode. So here comes the banning. I am totally in disagreement with the Rajat that that banning is not the solution. If there is an emergency, then definitely it is only the banning of the like crackers, banning of the crackers, which can help us.
No, but it didn't work.
And now one more thing.
Mr. Bansal, the problem is that you see the Supreme Court says, with sound and fury we are banning crackers, but it's not working. So if something is not working, you need to look at alternatives.
See, because No. See, it's not working because of the implementation. See, whose duty is to implement the same? It is the Pollution Control Board and the police. So why right now, if you look upon right now the air quality may be in 999 sector in 3 result. So this shows that there is something as far as implementation of the judgments are concerned. See, what the judges can do, judges can sit and they can adjudicate upon an issue. They adjudicated and they then the duty comes upon the executive. Executive means the Pollution Control Board, who has to check that whether the manufacturers of the firecrackers are making the green crackers or the crackers. And one more thing, if you will allow the green crackers in such a manner, then definitely emission may be less, but it will definitely if the firecracker will burn in large quantity, then definitely it is of no use. So this is a misnomer as far as the green crackers are concerned. We need total banning.
Rajat Sethi, the point Mr. Bansal makes is an important one. It's the failure of the executive. You see, the police, the enforcement agencies are supposed to enact what the Supreme Court does. You are saying that this ban is unviable. Who says it's unviable? What if the police cracked down, went across colonies and started sending out challan notices, putting people, prosecuting those who burst crackers all through the night? If I violate a law in this country, I must face the consequences. The problem is no one is facing consequences.
Rajdeep, you are such a seasoned journalist. Expecting this from you is not good. I mean, look at the number of law enforcement people you have. How many crores of people you put in jail for this? For flouting the ban by the Supreme Court? The Supreme Court also banned MSP on the farmers of Punjab who continue to grow the same variety of paddy which has its maturity around October. Do you want to stop the MSPs to the farmers? See, Supreme Court we all respect. And in a democracy, that's the highest temple to enforce, to enforce what is the common law of the land. But look at, can't there be certain judgments which might not have practical implementation? That's what we're debating here. We're debating here because I think it is the third or the fourth year when the Supreme Court ban is enforced. We still see that there are crores of people just in the city of Delhi and around the country. If you see there are scores of crores of people who are celebrating Diwali. They single-handedly said, okay, from here onwards, the ban is extended to the whole country. Now, do you have the required amount of the police infrastructure, the SDMs, the district magistrates, all of them? Do you want to leave them to handle the emergency situations which turn up during Diwali, or do you want to help, put them to the task that you have to start arresting people from every mohalla and every colony that you go and visit and you find people? That's not practical. Okay, what is practical right now is you need to delineate and educate people.
Just wait a minute.
No, 1 minute, Mr. Bansal. Let Rajat finish. Yes.
The simple point is, if you want to go this route of banning, please, first of all, establish this without a doubt that it is primarily because of firecrackers that you have a permanent impact on Delhi air, not just a temporary one-night impact. That is still, I think, unclear to the common people out there. This is number one. What people commonly believe is that a more permanent impact on Delhi air is because of the burning of Parali. This is a sort of a settled a matter of fact before the public. If you do not first change this settled matter of fact, you cannot go out convincing the citizens at large.
So you're telling me so long as Parali continues, citizens will not accept a ban ban on crackers, they will say first act against the farmers, then act against us. That's the practical reality. Vimlendu, therefore, a final word. Is there, I can come back here next year with the same debate. There are some annual rituals, and this Diwali, post-Diwali day seems to have become one. According to Rajat Sethi, citizens will not accept a ban on crackers unless they perceive that stubble burning has been clamped down also as ordered by the Supreme Court. What is true for the citizens of Delhi must also then be true for the farmers of Punjab or Haryana.
Rajdeep, both burning of firecrackers and stubble burning, both are episodic sources of pollution. Let me correct Rajat that there's no permanent impact to pollution when we talk about episodic sources. 2 to 3 weeks maximum is what stubble burning happens, and therefore Delhi's air quality index, if it's in poor or really bad shape through the year, it is not because of these episodic sources. Delhi and the entire region will actually have to work on those perennial sources. The vehicular emissions that we're talking about, construction and demolition dust, the biomass burning, the thermal power plants, and all of that needs to be worked upon. Of course, this is a seasonal debate. When for 3 weeks we talk about stubble burning, for 2-3 days we'll talk about Diwali firecrackers. But reality is that entire region, entire North India actually has an air quality crisis, a public health emergency throughout the year. Air quality index is bad and terrible and severe and dangerous and hazardous through the year. And we need a plan. And we just don't need campaigns. We don't need our government to run say no to firecracker campaigns or say no to stubble burning campaigns. We need incentives, as what Rajat was actually talking about. We don't need stubble burning, but we will need, therefore,
what is the incentive to someone not to burst a cracker? What is the incentive, Vimlendu Jha? How do I incentivize people? People have been doing it for years. Someone has picked out a tweet that I gave in 2009 when I actually said, I tweeted at the time that I burst crackers with my children. Over the last decade and more, I've stopped doing it. Now, I've done it because I think there has been education that has taught me that it is important to set an example. However, how do you do it to millions of Indians who may have a very different view? I can't stop them.
And that's where, Rajdeep, what happens that they flare this up by linking this to religion. Diwali is not about firecrackers. It is not about gunpowder. It is not about the toxicity that we are talking about. Have a Diwali which makes your life longer rather than takes your children to ICU. As simple as that. And therefore, we will have to improvise in our faith, in our belief system, in our cultural practices. Nobody becomes a good Hindu by killing somebody else's children